So that's the red zone. That means that you have to be aware of that. That means that if you, that means that you can get hit. All right. So that's the red zone. The green zone. Let's say my opponent is from me. So if I can't touch him and he can't touch me, I'm in the green zone. Right. So that means I'm pretty much safe. Right. So once again, you have to know the red zone and green zone. All right. The red zone and green zone. Again, the red zone is if if, if I can touch my opponent and he can touch me, that means I can get hit. But if I'm away from my opponent, if I can't touch him and he can't touch me, I'm safe. That's a green zone. All right. So if you're too far away, that's a safe zone. If you're in arm's length, that's a red zone. That means you can get hit. And if you were close to him, we also can call that the green zone also because sometimes if you were close or clinching, it's kind of hard to get a good shot off. All right. So again, red zone, green zone, red zone, green zone, right? Red zone means that you're in the danger zone. Green zone means that you're within the danger zone. All right. Now, when it comes to your MMA stance or your boxing stance, it boils down to most of the time if you're right-handed or left-handed. Okay, if you're right-handed or left-handed. So I'm a right-handed fighter. Sorry, I'm a right-handed person, but I fight left-handed. All right. Usually, if you're right-handed, your left leg goes out in front of you, and your right leg goes behind. All right. If you're left-handed, usually your right leg goes in front, and your left leg goes behind. I'm different. Even though I'm right-handed, I fight southpaw, meaning southpaw is the left-handed stance. So I fight with my right leg forward, left leg back. Okay. So when it comes to your stance, when it comes to your stance, just give me a second. You wanna give me a second, chat. In your chat, don't forget push the like button. When it comes to the stance, what you wanna do is you wanna be like this. You wanna put as much less as your body as possible. Don't square up like this. Don't ever square up because you give your opponent more body parts to hit. You wanna get real sideways like this, so your opponent has less of your body to hit. That makes sense, right? Again, don't do this. Don't do this. Right? You wanna do you want to give as less as less of your body as possible. You see, that way, boom, right? Now, the footwork. Everyone talks about footwork. The boxing has footwork. Muay Thai has footwork. MMA has footwork. All right. Basically, this is like a dance, right? So again, you put your stance like this, right? Your feet is gonna be. Look at my feet. It's gonna be like this. You know what I mean? Not like this, like this. All right, like this. When you want to go forward, you put your first. If you want to go forward, move your leg, move your front leg first. See, boom, like that, right? See that again? In MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, whatever. If you want to move forward, watch my watch my front leg. You go boom, boom, right? If you want to go backwards, you go boom, boom. Again, forward, boom, boom. Backwards, boom, boom. If you want to go that way to my right, you go boom, boom. This way, boom, boom. Why is that important? Because you want to be stable at all times. Because in a real fight, obviously it's hard to do these moves perfectly all the time. But if you do it long enough, it's going to be second nature to you. So you're fighting. You know what I mean? Once again, you want to stand up like this, not like this, not like this. In martial arts, you never square up like this. That means that your opponent has a lot of your body parts to hit. You want to stand sideways like this, hands up at all time, right? Hands up at all time. You want to go forward. If you want to go forward, move your front leg first. Boom. You want to go backwards? Boom. Right? Forward again. Boom. Backwards. Boom. Boom. Forward. Boom. Boom. Hands up, right? Never do this. If you want to go forward, don't do this because you're going to get off balance. And that split second of being off balance can get you knocked out. Okay? So again, forward you go, boom, boom, backwards, boom, boom. This way, boom. This way, boom. Pivot, right? Let's talk about the pivot. Just like basketball, there's also pivots in MMA and boxing and martial arts, okay? So a pivot is a good way to dodge a punch, okay? So if you want to pivot this way, you're gonna touch your front leg and go pop. You see? So watch how I go forward, backward, and pivot. Forward, backward, and pivot. All right? When you pivot, you wanna plant that leg down and then boom, like that. Right? The leg down and then boom. See that? All right. All right. Let's practice again. Forward, forward, backwards, backwards, sideways, this way, pivot. Try it at home. Try it at home. Right? If you have any questions, let me know. Watch again. Again, for your martial arts stance, you want to set up like this. Hands up at all times. Right? I want to go this way. You go boom. This way. Boom. This way. Boom. And when you move forward, and when you move around, don't be like a robot. Don't be like straight. Don't be straight. You want to bend your legs a little bit. So as I move forward, you want to bend your leg a little bit. You know what I mean? You see that? See? Boom, 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 boom. That's how you see fighters in fights sometimes sneak up like this. Boom, boom. Watch UFC. Watch all these boxers how they move around. Bah, 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 bah. So those are basic footwork. Watch again. Watch again. Boom, boom. I want to go forward. Boom. You're watching a free MMA training class, so please, man, smash that like button, show some love. This is free, all right? I'm a former MMA fighter and Muay Thai fighter and Jiu-Jitsu fighter. All right, again, let's recap. When it comes to martial arts, striking, you want to do this. Never square up. Never square up your body like this. That's how you get knocked out easy. You want to give as less of the body as possible. Sideways like this. Hands up at all times. When you want to go forward, you put your front leg first. If you want to move forward, move your front leg first. Boom. And like this. You want to go backwards? Like this. Like this. Right? Forward. Boom. If you want to go backwards, don't do this. Why? Because if you're trying to do that, you get off balance. And when it comes to fighting, you cannot be off balance at any time. Okay? So again, to go backwards, put your backward to go backwards, move your back leg first. Boom. And then go back. Boom. Boom. Forward, front leg first. Boom. Boom. If you want to go backwards, do not do this. Don't do that, right? Because your feet can get tangled up and it could be bad for you in a fight. Now, some of y'all might be saying, yeah, but in a real fight, are you going to have time to do all the steps? Yeah, actually, yeah. In a real fight, boom, 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 boom. In a real fight, you know what I mean? Boom, boom. You have time to do that stuff. See what I'm doing? See? Yes. In a real fight, those steps can be done, right? That's why you got to practice those steps. And don't take the steps for granted, right? Again. This way, this way, this way, this way. Boom, 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 boom. You see that? You see that? All right. Now, let me know if you have any questions, all right? Now, I want to talk about punches. Punches. There's here are the basic punches. And doesn't matter if it's boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and stuff, right? You have your stance, right? Your hands always got to be up, guarding your face. You want to put your shoulders your shoulders a little round like this, like a bubble. Your hands like this, right? Don't do this. I seen guys in the street who think they can fight like this. What's this? Don't do that, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever do this in the fight. What's this? What's this? You want to do this, right? Boom, 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 right? You want to do this. So if somebody was to punch you, you go like, bah, 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 you know? So hands up at all times, right? Boom. Now, I'm going to show you a jab. What's the jab? In your lead hand, you want to go out, bah, right? That's the jab. Bah. You notice when I punch a jab, my left arm is still up. Bah, bah, right? The jab is designed for measurement, to measure your opponent, to bother them, and sometimes knock them out, but not really, okay? So the jab is called a one. 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 All right? Now this is called the two. Your power hand, so the hand that's farther behind, that's your power hand. That's called the two. The jab is called a one. One. This is called a two. Two. And when you throw the two, it's like a dance. When you kick and when you punch, it's like a dance. You go like this, your hips. Pa, pa, pa. All right? So watch how I do the two. I move my hips like this. See? Two. Two. So when you hear boxers go or trainers go, give me 1, 2, it's 1, 2. 1, 2. You see that? 1, 2. That's a 1, 2. I didn't hear 1, 2 before. Was a lot. That's 1, 2. All right. So hands up. So now, everyone, throw me a 1. Throw me a 1. Throw me a 1. Throw me a 2. Give me a 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right. All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. Get some water. Get some water. Always make sure you stay hydrated. And of course, before you start any exercise program, check with your doctor first. And this video is for educational purposes only. All right. All right. Let's recap what you have learned. All right. You wanna get your stance like this. If you're right-handed, you want your left foot forward. If you're left-handed, you want your right foot forward. I'm a little different. I'm right-handed, but I fight left-handed. So my left foot is gonna be forward. Right? Let's do some basic steps again. Right? Hands up. Remember, don't do this. You do this. Don't do this. You do this. All right? So then let's go forward. Backwards. Give me a second, about. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second, chat. Just want to do something for a minute. All right, chat. Here we go. All right. So again, you want to do it like this. Now, everyone get to your stance. Forward, left leg first. That's how you move, like this, right? Like this. Go backwards, backwards first. Back leg first. Boom. Again, you want to go forward. Your lead first. If you want to go forward, your lead leg goes first. It's like this. Boom. All right. If you want to go forward, don't do this. Don't do back leg first and like this, because if you do this like this, for that second you are balanced, and a guy could push you, or a girl could push you and punch you, and you get knocked down. So you want to go forward like this. Boom. Like this. You want to go backwards? Boom. Boom. You want to go this way? Boom. Boom. This way? Boom. Boom. Pivot. If you want to pivot, plant your lead foot down and turn like this. Boom. So that if you want to pivot, plant your lead leg down and go like this. All right? Let's do it again. Hands up. Go forward. Go backwards. This way. Pivot. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Hands up. Go forward. Front leg first. Backwards. This way. This way. Pivot. All right. Now what we're going to do is throw a jab, which is your one. You want to step into the jab. That's a one. Give me a two. Watch my hip. See? Hip. You want to throw a two. Watch a 1-2. Watch a 1-2. All right? Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Hands up at all times. Go forward. Front leg first. Go backwards. Pivot. Pivot back. Go this way. This way. Forward again. Pivot. All right? Let's do a little faster now. I want you to take 2 steps forward and throw a jab. 1, 2, boom. Now back. Take 2 steps forward and throw a jab. 1, 2, 3. Now, look at that. Okay, now 2 steps backwards. Now, I want you to do 2 steps forward and do a 1-2. All right? Let's go. 1, 2. And then 2 steps back. Let's do it again. Take 2 steps forward and throw a 1-2. 2 steps back. Good job, good job, good job, everybody. Good job. Fighting isn't that difficult if you know what you're doing, all right? You know what you're doing. Now, I'm going to show y'all. I showed y'all the 1 and the 2. I'm going to show you the 3 and the 4, which are hooks, okay? So, to do a hook, the hook, your lead hand is going to be your 3, all right? So, the hook, you're going to go like this. Watch how my hip turns, watch how my feet turns, and my whole body turns. You see this? And my hand is still blocking, right? That's the 3, you know? You see that? That's the hook. That's the hook, y'all. And when I throw the hook, my shoulder is protecting my chin also. My shoulder is protecting my chin, all right? Come like this. Right? Watch again, watch again, watch again. I'm going to throw the hook. That's a 3. A 4 is your power hand hook. You see? You see? You see my hip? That's a 4. So let's do 3 and a 4. So 2 steps forward and do 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? Backwards. Let's do it again. 2 steps forward and throw a 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Backwards. Now, 1, 2. Good job. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go. My favorite combination is a 2-3. So we're going to go and do a 2-3, right? We're going to take 2 steps forward and do a 2-3. Ready? 1, 2, 2, 3. You see that? Do it again. That's my favorite combination, chat. That's my favorite combination, a 2-3. Watch again. Watch again. Right? 2 steps forward and a 2-3. Remember, this the 2 and this the 3. Right? Let's go. 1, 2, 2, 3. That's a beautiful combination. Trust me, I've done it in my fights and it works. Try it again. Hands up. Forward. 1, 2, 2, 3. All right, backwards. Now I want you to do a 1, a 2, and a 3. All right. In your stance, 2 steps forward. I want a 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I'll do it slow at first. 1, 2, 3. All right. Do it again. Do it slow at first. Hands up. Go forward. 1, 1, 2, 3. All right. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good job. Good job. You're learning the basics, the boxing, Muay Thai, just striking in general. All right. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go again. Hands up. Hands up. Forward. 1, 2, 3. Back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 steps forward and give me a 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 2 steps backwards. Right? Let's go. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right. Good job. Good job. Let's do this again. Get in your stance. We're gonna take 2 steps forward and a 1, 2, 3, and 2 steps backwards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Good job. Good job. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 steps forward, 2 steps backward, and pivot. All right. Pivot. So hands up. 2 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. 2 steps backwards and pivot. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 steps backwards. 1, 2. Pivot. Did you get that? Did you get that? Y'all learning some valuable information here, chat. All right. Smash that like button too, man. Show some love. Smash that like button. Show some love. All right. Let's try this again. You want to have your hands up like this. Hands up. We're going to do 2 steps forward, 1, 2, 3 punch, 2 steps backward, and pivot. Right? Hands up. 1, 2, 3. Back. Pivot. All right. Let's practice now. We're going to jab and pivot. Right? We're going to jab and pivot. Watch how I do it. Jab and pivot. All right? You want to jab and pivot. That way you're punching and you get out of the way of his counter. All right? Let's say he's here. You want to jab and pivot. All right? And when you pivot, I like to keep your hands up also. Always keep your hands up, chat. All right? All right? Let's try this again. Hands up. You want to jab and pivot. All right? Let's practice pivoting for now. All right? All right, y'all? Let's practice the actual pivot because I don't think y'all getting it right. Pivot. Boom. Pivot. Boom. Pivot. Boom. All right? Boom. Let's try this again. Let's practice more pivots because I don't know if y'all get the pivots right or not. All right? One of that. All right? Pivot. Pivot. All right? You notice when I pivot, my hands are still up. When I pivot, my hands are still up. All right? Let's try this again. Pivot. Pivot. All right. All right? I'm also going to have a cardio kickboxing class also, okay? Probably later on today. Later on today, I'm going to do a cardio kickboxing class, okay? So make sure y'all tune in for that for sure. But yeah, chat. So, again, let's pivot again, right? Remember, when you pivot, your lead leg, you plant it down, hands up, and you go boom. All right? Pivoting is very important because that's how you could escape punches. Boom. Jose Aldo, UFC legend, was wonderful at pivoting, boy. Man. All right? Get hands up like this. Let's go back 2 steps. 1, 2. Forward 2 steps. 2. This way. This way. Boom. Now, how do you block punches, right? My thing is, when I used to fight, I don't get hit that much because anyone can get knocked out at any time. So I try to avoid exchanges a lot, okay? I'm very big on defense. I think people should work on defense a lot. That to me, that's any sport, but especially MMA and boxing and Muay Thai. Work on your defense. So, for instance, if it's a boxing match or Muay Thai, okay, boxing, right? Basics, defenses, right? Hands are up, boom. If someone throws a if, if someone jabs you, there's many things you could do. If someone jabs you, just do this, boom. See, cross your hands like this, boom, right? Don't do this, nah. Don't do this. Someone throws a jab, you go boom, like that. Okay. Another thing you could do is, if someone throws a jab, you go boom. You slip it. You come like this. You know what I mean? You slip it, but that's more advanced. But for now, remember I told you earlier in this class is that know your red zone and green zone. For those of y'all who just starting off, right? I mentioned earlier in this class that the number one rule in fighting is that know where you're at in space. Okay, meaning that we have red zones and green zones. The red zone is when if I can touch my opponent and he can touch me, that's a red zone. That means I could get knocked out or he can get knocked out. That means that's a danger zone. The green zone is if you fall away from him. If I can't touch him and he can't touch me, I'm in the green zone. All right. If you see most of my fights, my kickboxing fights, Muay Thai fights, MMA fights, I green zone a lot. Go back to my videos on the channel of me fighting. And you're gonna see me in the green zone a lot. You know what I mean? Because because I know once I enter the red zone, I know I gotta do something. Either a takedown, or a punch, or a kick, or an elbow. I can't stay in the red zone and do nothing. All right? Listen to what I'm saying. If you're in the red zone, make up your mind. Are you gonna punch? Are you gonna take him down? Are you gonna kick? Whatever you do, don't be in the red zone for so long. All right? Enter the red zone only when you're gonna do something. If not, go back in the green zone. It's okay. Go back in the green zone. I don't want none of y'all to get hurt or knocked out in a event. All right. Again, the red zone and the green zone. The red zone is if I can touch my opponent and he can touch me, that means that we both are in danger. The green zone is if I can't touch him and he can't touch me, I'm cool with that. That's the green zone. You know, you can do whatever. Same goes for street fights. Please, y'all, do not fight in the street. I can't stress. Do not fight in the street. Always walk away. Don't turn your back though. Always walk away. Avoid fighting in the street. Okay, avoid that. If you do end up fighting in the, if you do find yourself in a situation and you can't get out, just remember where you're at. Always be in the green zone. Don't never let nobody come to your face and do this. Don't never picture like a little boundary around you. Okay, if somebody gets close to you, put your hands up and step back. Say, hey, I don't want to fight. All right. If again, do not fight in the street. If something in the street is gonna happen, walk away or drive away. All right. Don't turn your back on the. Don't turn your back though. Just walk away. Right. But let's just say you're in a situation and you have to defend yourself. Right. What you want to do is picture an imaginary circle around you. That's your zone. If somebody in the street comes up to you in your space, in your red zone, have your hands out, hands up, and say, "Hey, I don't want to fight." Hands up, and then step backwards, backward first. Say, "I don't want to fight." Hey, I don't want to fight. Have your hands out like this because people in the street will sucker punch you. All right. So again, do not fight in the street. But if you're in a situation where you have to defend yourself or you think it's gonna be a fight, what you want to do is picture you have a imaginary circle around you. That's zone. That's your area. If somebody and don't let nobody get into your circle. If somebody's coming towards your way, have your hands out like this. This hand guarding your face, hands out, and take a couple steps back. Hey, I don't want to fight. You see? Hey, I don't want to fight. That way, it's hard for him to sucker punch you. All right? Don't ever do this. Remember in high school, guys practically kissing each other. Hey, you bad. No, that's too close. Don't let nobody get into your red zone. All right? Seriously. Again, do not fight in the street. But if you find yourself in a situation where you have to defend yourself, picture an imaginary circle around you. Have your hands out, this hands up, and step back. Hey, I don't want to fight. Hey, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. All right? That way, that person cannot sucker punch you easy. Okay, boom. Now, MMA skills. Later on in future classes, I'm going to teach you more moves, of course. I'm also going to teach you Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. wrestling. I did all that stuff. In my MMA career, I've never got taken down at all. You know, and on my grappling fights, I took everybody down. I got taken down twice, but the first time was like a, you know, first time was kind of like a fluke, I think. Not a fluke, but you know. But anyway, okay. So again, I can't stress this enough. When in fighting, martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, there's a red zone and the green zone. The red zone is the danger zone. Stay out of the red zone. Only enter the red zone if you're gonna kick, punch, take down, whatever. If you're in the red zone, do something. Don't stay in the red zone for too long. Demetrius calls it the void. Similar. DJ, the Hall of Famer, he calls it the void, right? I call it the red zone. Same thing, right? So again, hands up, right? Let's do some more footwork. Each time I do a class like this, I gotta stress footwork because footwork is very important in martial arts. Trust me, right? Let's do some footwork again, okay? All right, everyone line up right there. Remember, not this. Do this, all right? Let's go forward. 1, 2. Backwards. 1, 2. Forward. 1, 2. Again, don't be like a robot. Don't be straight like a robot. No, bend down a little bit. 1, 2. You see how each time I move, I bend down a little bit. Boom. You see? You see how? Boom. Each time I move backwards, see? I move down a little bit. You see how I go down and up? Because I'm a grappler also, I do that. So when I fight, I do this because it gives my opponent, I get my opponent thinking, is it a takedown or is it by me doing this, I could do a lot of options. I could come with a kick, boom. I could go takedown, you know, I could, punch. So again, hands up like this, go forward. 1, 2. Backwards. 1, 2. Forward again. 1, 2. Backwards. 1, 2. Pivot. Pivot. All right. Now let's do one. Go forward and throw a 1, 2. All right. Chat. 1, 2. 1, 2. And when you punch, make sure when you punch, get your hands back in position quickly. Don't do a lazy jab like this and take time bringing it back. No, you throw a jab, boom, 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 boom. You see that? All in the hip, all in the hip. Fighting is not. So yeah, so that was just a little, you know. Hope you enjoyed that MMA training lesson. Um, I'm taking this training lesson very seriously. I want y'all to learn how to defend yourself. That's why I'm doing MMA training now. Okay, so I'm going live as much as possible, and I'm gonna teach y'all the basics of MMA, kicking, Jiu-Jitsu, takedowns, wrestling, all that stuff, and hopefully y'all get to enjoy what I'm doing. So this channel, we're basically gonna. I've always wanted to own a gym, right? I've always wanted to own a fitness center, all right? So with this, thanks to social media and YouTube, I'm gonna have my online fitness center, okay? Team Builder Prey Fitness, MMA Fitness, where I'm gonna teach MMA lessons. I'm gonna teach Muay Thai lessons, Jiu-Jitsu lessons, boxing lessons. I'm gonna have cardio, kickboxing, aerobics, yoga. I'm gonna try to get different people to come and do stuff on this channel to show y'all how to do certain exercises and to stay healthy. All right. For those of y'all who don't know, I used to be an MMA. I used to be an MMA fighter. I used to be a Muay Thai fighter. I used to be a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. Right. My main specialty was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's why that's my first martial arts that I've trained. I also have a good background in wrestling. I was a pretty good wrestler. All right. Now, I never wrestled in high school or college or anything. But you could say I was a natural at it because when I started training jiu-jitsu, that's when I started. I wrestled all my life, but I wrestled my homeboys and whatever. But I love wrestling. I love takedowns. Right? People need to go out there and realize that they could do whatever they want. All right. I really hope y'all enjoyed my lesson today. At the end of the day, I just want you to know that everything's gonna be all right. All right now. And in training, what happened is that in training, if you want to get ahead in life, you gotta take calculated risk. All right. You don't want any regrets in life. Okay, everybody. Fighting in the cage was one of my goals growing up. Um, One of my goals years ago, and I accomplished that. I managed to train with UFC fighters, Bellator fighters, you name it, man. I name it. I trained with a lot of people. Jason Jackson, who is Masvidal, the Guerrero brothers, Luis Palomino. The list goes on and on. I forgot that one lightweight from the UFC. I think it was Afran. I think he won the Ultimate Fighter one of the seasons at lightweight. I grappled him before, and that was a good grappling match. Me and him were going at it for at least like 5 or 10 minutes, and I think he finally won off a submission or something. But that was pretty cool, Chad. I'm not gonna lie, but that's pretty cool. Um, I've got hit. Have I gotten hit hard before? During my fights, I'm not one of those guys to stand and bang with you because I believe standing and banging, anyone can get knocked out, right? I am an elusive fighter. Okay, when I used to fight, it was very hard to hit me. Okay, I had pretty good reflexes back. I had very good reflexes back then, and it was definitely hard to hit me. All right, so that's what I train. When I train people, in my training classes, you're gonna notice that I'm gonna train people on how not to get hit. All right, the object is to hit and don't get hit. All right, put your ego aside. The object is to win the fight by the shortest amount of time necessary. So if you could win the fight by taking the guy down and submitting them, boom, do it. If you could win the fight by taking the guy down and you know holding him down and winning off points, do it. The object is to win the fight. You know. So that's the thing about that. So yeah, So fighting is an art form, but some people make it harder than it is. I'm not saying it's easy by any means. I'm not saying it's easy, chat. I'm just saying that some people make it harder than it actually is. I really think so. All right. But so again, I don't know which times or days I'm gonna have certain type of classes, but I do want to end up maybe something like Mondays and Wednesdays, MMA, Tuesday and Thursdays, jiu-jitsu, Fridays could be, wrestling, blah blah blah. I don't know yet. And the more popular, hopefully, this type of content gets, the more classes I can add. Okay, I can probably add. Well, not probably. I do want to add cardio kickboxing down the line, aerobics. I've always wanted to have my own gym, and now I am able to have it. I'm able to have this gym online. That is, and the best part about it is that it's free for y'all. That's right, chat. It's free for y'all, right? You don't have to charge. You don't have to buy anything, right? Just press that. All I need you to do is press that subscribe button. That's what I need you to do, though. I'm not gonna lie, you know. But at the end of the day, it's we all we all have a purpose in life, and we have to know exactly what our purpose is, right? I mean, we do. There's no if ands buts about it. You know, I managed to I managed to basically accomplish a lot in my MMA career. Right now, I tried out for the UFC in 2005, 2005 or 2006. I tried out for the Ultimate Fighter season 5. That I did do, and that's the season Nate Diaz was um, competed. That's the season. That's the season. Give me a second, chat. That's the season that Joe Lozon was in. Manny Gambarian, Corey Hill, my dog. Um, um, uh, what's that other guy name? I forgot the other guy name. Uh, the one they Diaz fought and actually beat, man. But yeah, so that was that season. I tried it for that season, and I didn't make it. But I did try. I did try out in front of Dana White. I want you to look at this quick. Look at this quick video of me with Dana White, Anderson Silva, and everything. As you can see, I met Dana White at the Ultimate Fighter Season 5 tryouts. So I've been very blessed in my lifetime because I tried it for the Ultimate Fighter Season 5 down here in Hollywood, Florida. And I fought in front of Dana White and the Spike TV producers, okay? And I won my fight. And Dana White came up to me and said, "Good job, Fitz, good job." And let me tell you, that was such a great feeling. And Dana White was a cool dude. I'm not gonna lie, Dana White was super nice to everybody there, all right? And I also met Anderson Silva before. That's right, the Spider. And most people say that I look like Anderson Silva also, which is crazy, just smaller version. But man, Anderson Silva was also so humble, so nice. I trained with him for a while, and I had him put me in the clinch, a fake clinch, because I met him after he fought Rich Franklin the first time and broke his nose. Remember when the Spider broke Rich Franklin's nose? Yes. And I also met Nogueira, both Nogueira brothers. The one in his picture, in his video, is Big Nog, right? Super humble, super nice. I learned a lot from Nogueira as far as Jiu-Jitsu and MMA fighting. So I've been a lot. I trained with Jason Jackson was my teammate for years. I trained with Luis Palomino. I trained with, oh my God, so many, half the UFC, I forgot what season it was, but the season my coach, half the fighters came to train with us in the UFC. So I've been very blessed, man. Let me know below if you like the UFC. Let me know below if you love MMA, all right? We got to show support to all these fighters, all right? So come check me out later. Yes. That's a little quick video I did. That was my latest video I put on this channel. Just a little backstory about who I am and the people I train with. I train with more people than that you know of. I just didn't add them yet. Okay, so as you can see, give me a second, chat. So yeah, as you can see, I've been around. I've been around. Dana White was so cool. I met the rest of them boys. Yeah, so I also want to mention something else too. There's just so much stuff coming up. I got so much plans for this channel, and I really think I really want to thank y'all for basically showing so much love from the bottom of my heart. Y'all awesome, man. Y'all awesome. Remember, if you have any questions about MMA, any type of MMA moves, any type of MMA, boxing or martial arts issues, let me know. All right, and then I'll try my best to answer them. All right. I'm training MMA on this channel, free MMA training class. All right. I just showed. What's up, CC Motion? What's up, man? You good? just here sharing some knowledge with y'all, sharing some knowledge. I've been under the lights, fighting in the cage, fighting in front of thousands of people, and let me tell you, it's a wonderful feeling. I'm retired now. I don't fight anymore. So now I'm just passing it forward. Now I'm trying to educate people about fighting, and even if even if you don't want to fight, just knowing martial arts is good for your self-esteem. All right, and hopefully this channel is gonna give you that self-esteem that you need, because I'm only 5'9". I'm not a big guy, but training martial arts made me a lot more confident of who I am. Okay, I was pretty much always confident, but doing MMA and training MMA made me even more confident. So that's what I want to do for y'all. All right. So I went live much earlier today, and I did a free training MMA class. I just showed a repeat right now. So tomorrow is gonna be like another fresh MMA training, probably MMA or boxing or Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. Who knows? And I want y'all to feel good about yourself. And the good thing about me doing an online MMA training class is that you can ask me questions, during the live stream. All right. So and also the good thing about this is that you don't have to pay money to go to MMA class, because it's gonna be online. Right. You don't have to, you can practice MMA from the luxury of your own home. Right. So that's the idea. I want people to just feel comfortable and just know that you can reach your goals. Maybe you just want to learn MMA just to know it. That's fine also. Everyone doesn't have to be a fighter. Let's get that straight. Everyone does not have to be a fighter when it comes to, fighting. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Yeah. So, excuse me. Yes. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for showing me so much love. I appreciate y'all. All right. Wait, is it normal to be nervous before a fight? CC Motion, yes, it's normal. My issue was I was way too calm before my fight. I think that backfired against me. I was way too calm before my fight. All right. It's good to be a little bit nervous, not too nervous now. George St. Pierre said he was very nervous for every fight. So, but I trained myself so well that I became too too calm for my fight. So looking back at it, I wanted to be a little bit more nervous, because I never got, before I, right before I walked to the cage, I was never nervous that much. I wasn't super nervous. Don't ask me why, but because I knew I trained, I knew I put in the work. But it is normal to be a bit nervous. For sure it's normal, right? Holly Holmes says she gets nervous big time before fights. So everyone has their own routine. Me personally, I don't want to get too nervous before a fight, because it might interrupt the way I fight. But looking back at it now, it's okay to be a little bit nervous, because that's a little boost of energy. If you come out there too calm, then you might have a slow start. And I think that's what happened to me. I went out there too calm on my fight, and I'm not saying I had slow starts, but I believe I could have started, a little bit quicker in some of my fights. So yeah, that's a very good question, CC Motion. It is normal to be nervous before a fight. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's so much fun though. In chat, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It is fun stepping in that cage, man. I do miss it. It it is fun stepping in the cage. Just it's fun walking down that aisle. It's fun walking to the in between the audience and going to the cage when the referee puts the Vaseline in your face, asks you, check your mouthpiece, check your cut. I mean, that's a great feeling, and it's a great feeling when you actually walk in the cage, and once that cage door is locked, oh, the switch changed in my brain. I'm like, yeah, he's all mine now. You know, it's a great feeling. It really, really is. You know, it's hard to explain. It's very hard to explain unless you do it yourself. All right. The fact that you have another human being across the cage from you who trained for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, who trained to kick your head off or rip your arm off, that makes you a little, nervous. Okay. But also for me, it gives me excitement because I know that I train also. And I know that he got to fear me also. You know, I know that he has to fear me also. And I've taken everybody down in my MMA fights. I've taken everybody down, chat. Okay. In my Jiu-Jitsu fights, I took pretty much everyone down too. I had dozens of grappling tournaments, and I very seldom get taken down. In fact, I don't get taken down. You know, maybe twice, once. You know, what the first time I got taken down was against a 6'2.5" college wrestler. He, and you believe he got me with an anchor pick? Like what the heck? An anchor pick? Come on, now, I the things a mile away. But anyway, Chad, just want to say thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the love. And then you catch me next time, okay? So catch me next time.